I have one question for you, Canada. Are you ready for the long weekend? Me too. Me too. I'm going to tell you who's really going to get you excited about it, though. Colin and Justin, everyone!
Come on, guys. Come and join us on our joke, my lovely. Come on up.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this. I am ready to relax on my beautiful lounge chair. You guys have gone all out in preparation for the long weekend. We want to talk about cottage style. And you know, part of having a cottage is just being out on that dock.
Yes.
The dock is so important if you have that lakefront property. So they come in all shapes and sizes.
They do indeed, and we've actually got some photographs of some docks to show you first. Let's get the science part out of the way, okay?
Sure. Okay. So we've got the pipe kind of dock.
Yes, we do. You know, and these are great, you know, for like uneven surfaces and stuff. You know, and they're really great at actually providing a dock anywhere when it might be difficult underneath. And I think they're very cost-effective as well.
Absolutely. The high wave dock. So if you've got real crashers coming in,
then you've got to have something that will cope with all of that movement, because if you don't, you'll dislodge everything. If you look at the surface down here, there's all manner of little kind of holes and shapes there that allow water to pass through, so they're really stable regardless of the waves.
Very good. And then the floating dock.
I mean, floating docks, they're the thing that everyone goes for, aren't they? You know, I mean, sometimes they do have a bit of maintenance. You know, you might have to bring them out of the water at the end of the season, but actually there are some where you can adjust the restraints on them, loosen them off, and they'll comfortably sit in the ice.
Okay, so now let's talk about the docks that you have. The dock that you have at Cabin Pressure, your lovely cottage. Yeah. What type did you go with?
Well, we, on both occasions, Tracy, went for a floating dock. So we have quite a lot of movement, and we really thought that'd be a really good idea. So this particular one that you can see there,
it's gorgeous.
That fellow there is by Pipe Fusion. It's got a lovely cedar top, and we've dressed it out in yellow. We really love that, and that featured in season 1 of Cabin Pressure.
Beautiful, and we also have another picture now, another gorgeous dock. You've kitted it out like it's a living room. Well, you know, which I think makes all the difference.
You know, you have to. That's the thing. There are people who want docks so that you actually can get to the boat. You know, and that's important as well. But then why not make it your your patio, your front living room? You know, and that's it. We use some furniture from Hauser in Toronto there, and some colourful accessories from IKEA as well, so that you actually add a bit of colour. So even the grey days are colourful.
Exactly. That particular dock that you saw there is by Intrico, and we had great experience with them. But what do you reckon of this, Tracy?
I love it. I mean, I like the fact that this is some kind of a composite going on, so you don't have the damage that you might get with wood or the upkeep that you need. Is this low maintenance?
No, do you know what this is? It's like there's low maintenance and then there's no maintenance.
Is this no maintenance?
And I think this falls into that category.
That's what I like.
This is from Dock in a Box, and the boys from Dock in a Box actually came out. You can't care about how you say that. Dock in a Box. They came here this morning and they built this in like 20 minutes.
You're kidding me.
Like 20 minutes. They were just like, boom, boom. Obviously, they're skilled at doing this.
Yeah.
But then the great thing about something like this is obviously the price is a bit lower because you do create it yourself, you build it yourself.
Yeah.
So if you're good at that kind of thing, make it happen. But then at the end of the season, you can actually disassemble it. So you're not worried about storage issues, having to pay for that. You can actually disassemble it and put it away ready for next year.
And if you move cottage, then you take it with you. Do you know what I mean? It literally packages back up.
You are so Scottish.
Well, I like
you
to think,
would, wouldn't you?
I want value for money, guys. Don't we all want that value for money?
Absolutely, we want value for money.
Now,
I would take it with me.
Well, of course. Do you know, if you can, then why not? This particular surface allows water to pass through, so it's really, really stable. It's almost impervious to anything, any type of animal poop, any type of red wine. It'll all literally wash off there and go completely down. My favourite part of any dock is furnishing it and creating that really cosy extra room, because that for us is all about problem solving. We want to create spaces that are real adjuncts, really valuable extras to the home. And with all the furniture that we've used here today from Hauser, I think the vibe is really relaxed and really, really cottagey.
It's also very chic, though. There's something very contemporary about these pieces, and I think you always have to sort of have that balance at the cottage. You don't want it to look like a mausoleum.
No.
But you want it to have that sort of contemporary vibe sometimes, and this furniture really does, and I bet it's also fairly low maintenance too, isn't it?
You know, absolutely.
Easily to wipe down.
You can jet wash these pieces as well, and you just stand back and enjoy the season. You know, but I think, you know, when you're using like high fashion pieces like these, you know, it's a beautiful kind of like ladder wrap chair there. You know, a pair of them sitting opposite each other with a small table. Suddenly there's a beautiful little vignette, you know, which is just gorgeous. But I think you don't want to be on best behaviour. You're up at the cottage, you're on the lake.
You want to get wild.
Of course you
do.
You
gotta get loose.
You want to get loose? Do you want to
Get
get
loose
loose?
and wild.
Look at that. I see 3 loose girls in the front there. Fabulous.
Can you possibly just rephrase that, Colin?
Oh, we're going to hang loose
I'm
later.
just sick. What do you reckon of Peggy's Cove?
This I love. You threw this up on your Instagram and people thought you were actually in Peggy's Cove.
Who knew?
Because it looks that realistic.
Oh, of course. This is by Ink Shuffle. Now, these are really easy to position transfers. The guys from Ink Shuffle actually came down to set yesterday and helped us install that.
That's
they put
so
it up in
good.
15, 20 minutes. It's like really thick wallpaper, and it's such an easy product to use. I love that. Ink Shuffle have a myriad of different landscapes, seascapes, patio scenes, garden scenes. We've picked up the red detail at the top of the lighthouse with this gorgeous rug with a chevron pattern.
Is this outdoor?
Oh, yes, it is outdoor.
Oh,
it's
it is
from
outdoor.
Wicker Emporium, and it's really, really low. Again, it's all about low maintenance. We want everything that we have to be 100% usable. Who wants to stand on ceremony, guys? You want to chill out, right?
That's right. Okay, so I love this. I also love the fact that you did an umbrella, because if you are out in the dock, it can be, you know, scathingly hot. You've got nothing covering you, so this is a good addition.
Try being a little pale Scottish person, okay? You know, we don't react well to the
You
sun.
burn a little bit.
Yeah, we tend to go freckly and ginger. You know, it's
Yes.
bizarre. Even the dark ones, even the Spanish-Irish, bizarre. You know, so it's great to get an umbrella in there just to keep the rays off. Again, this is from Hauser. You know, but just tying the whole look together, you know, that's the thing. They come in all sorts of different colours. We've chosen the white one so that everything feels really clean and obviously kind of even slightly kind of nautical. And I think that comes from Peggy's Cove, you know, out there in Nova Scotia.
Absolutely.
Which is just gorgeous. I think other nice little finishing touch is the plants.
Love that.
You know, now, it's not everyone who's good in the garden. You know, I don't have the greenest of fingers. And we say, rather than say no to greenery, why not say faux to greenery?
agree. Say
You know,
faux,
don't say no,
people.
say faux.
There is nothing wrong with this.
There's nothing
this looks
wrong
great.
with faking it.
A little evergreen in the
Absolutely.
middle of August.
And you don't need to trim your bush either. Do you know, it's going to stay like that all year round. It's completely what you see. What are you thinking about, you naughty lot? It's completely as you find it all year round.
He said it's okay. You don't have to trim it.
These are from Sheridan Nurseries or from Fresh Home and Garden.
Right behind you as well. So when it gets to be dark and your party's still going, or you want to hang out on the dock some more, you have a little bit of instant heat.
We do, Tracy. The reason that we've brought this one is because not everybody has got all the space they need for a proper built-in fire pit. So we thought if we could problem solve that again, find a temporary fire pit that's portable, that can be moved around. Now this one's made of really, really solid iron. You know, it ain't going anywhere. That is really built to last. It's completely portable, and it comes again from the same company that supplied the dock, and they're called Dock in a Box.
Yeah, but what I would say is that you would not have this on your composite plastic deck.
No, this is just
because this is what's called a fire pit. Fire pits are warm. So I would keep this on lands, don't have it near the timber, don't have it near your plastic.
Yes.
It's there purely for display.
I can imagine you, Tracy, with a lovely martini in your hand.
A really big
relaxing
one.
Here. Yeah, oh, huge.
Big.
Almost like a goldfish bowl, Tracy.
Sort of like that.
Because that's,
Like,
well,
yes.
Scottish and you, we have a lot in common, right?
We sure do.
A big drink.
I've only had one today.
Yeah, or just one very large.
Just one. Yeah.